Booth, and I'm a senior test engineer at F5 Networks. I decided in high school that I wanted to do some sort of tech job and ended up in software testing. It was like a forward-thinking thing. The internet was growing, and there was all sorts of social networking showing up. To be involved in just any little part of that is probably going to be just crazy. It's going to get really big. The coolest thing I discovered was the experience that I get from the people that I work with. The developers that I work with especially, a lot of them are inventors. They're like patent holders. I actually work with the guy that invented cookie persistence. So, you know, when you go to Amazon, it says, "Hey Ruth, welcome back. Here's some items you might like to see." I work with the guy. He actually works a couple offices down from where we are right here, and he's an architect that works on our software. He has the patent for that. I spend a little bit of time running around and a lot of time sitting around and really thinking things out. I get a list of things that need to be looked at for the day and then go through them, and we just beat the software down all day from various angles, try to make it light on fire. And that's what they pay us to do, to make the fires and put them out, make the fires and put them out. And it's really cool too, because it's with really like cutting edge software. The company is really pretty successful, you know, financially, and they make a really good product that we trust. And I like the benefits that we have and all the little perks. It's also really flexible as far as like the time. We have the cool thing about working in this industry is we've got offices all over the world. And so you can decide, do you want to come in at like, you know, 7 or 6 or 5 in the morning and leave a little earlier? Do you want to come in at like 10 or 11 or 12 and maybe leave later at night to work with these different teams in other time zones? They're running out of internet addressing space because of all these mobile devices that show up in like Asia and the US and Europe. And I think what people need to do to prepare is they need to understand that the problems that we're facing right now, and that there are jobs out there that might not be created yet that they need to train themselves for. They don't know this, we don't tell them this, but it's not really what they say when they answer the questions, it's how they answer it. Someone dragging their feet through something and not explaining something properly, even when they don't know it, instead of just saying, "I don't know." I mean, that's really bad, and we can tell. That's one thing you want to avoid. And then the other thing is, if you're really scientifically minded, really technical, but you can't communicate, it's a total showstopper. They should say whether they like to have work defined for them or whether they like to define work. Because some people are really independent. And we like that. That's actually a really good thing, especially at this company, is to be independent and really forward thinking and be able to solve problems on your own. So you've got to be bold. That's really what it boils down to. I don't actually go check that out, and I don't really use that as my basis because I can usually tell as much as I need to from interviews. But yeah, there's nothing stopping us from going and looking at that. And I think people definitely need to be concerned about their online presence and what they appear like in that side. Networking in person, people just need to be able to do that. It's not what you know, it's who you know. And that's where the social skills come in. If you don't have social skills and you don't like hanging out with people and talking about this stuff, then it might be really hard for you to get into the industry. The people skills, working with people, that's huge. It's way huge. Communication's huge. Project management's another big one. Not even being good at it, but understanding how it works. Because a lot of these tech companies take on gigantic projects, and even if you're not a project manager and you're in the project, it's really good to understand how that all goes. The other thing is that I've noticed is women working in the industry. Sometimes I see girls that are really put off to working in these areas, and there's a lot of really brilliant workers here, regardless of whether they're male or female. And I've personally, over 5 years working here, I've noticed that it doesn't matter who you are. It's just you need to know the right people and you need to be competent.